people will always cheat, yes, but I think there are negative effects, of course, of this, but there are also possibilities. I mean, I think we also need to see the opportunities that this new technology is offering. And I just want to say, because there's been a lot of tests. We've read articles written by the GPT. There have been speeches written, etc., and they're all quite decent. I mean, they're not excellent, but they're decent. But there's one thing, and it can't do, and it cannot make a proper joke.
Humor.
It cannot make a proper joke. So I think that, there are limits to it. So comedians will forever be needed.
Yeah, earlier this month, the Daily Beast spoke with a Princeton University student who'd come up with a program to rat out term papers written with ChatGPT. Said one reassuring computer science professor, besides the glitches and factual errors, what's worse, and this is Sara's point, is that it's also boring. The syntax is simple. There's no style or flair. Quote, the idea that you could replace humans, I think it's still fanciful. It's still fanciful. Noor, Ibrahim, I'm a little nervous here because one day maybe it will be possible.
I think it's far from here. I mean, the fact is human beings created this invention. Like every invention, it can be used for good or bad. And I think if we can make something like this, then we have the ability to keep it in check. So I'm not worried about it. I don't expect any robot apocalypse anytime soon. So that's my 2 cents.
Right. Well, some people are banking on it. Microsoft, while it's laid off 10,000 workers recently, it's invested $10 billion on ChatGPT, getting a leg up on its rival Google. Richard Valli, this is a table full of journalists. We all remember a few years back when I think it was Yahoo, I'm not sure, who tried to replace journalists with automated articles, and they had to releg because it didn't work.
Well, contrary to Noor, but it might be a question of age. I am worried. Because we do not know until where this type of software will go. And it could really not only destroy jobs, that's what it is doing at the moment, artificial intelligence, but it can destroy lives. Because at some point, students might get tricked by this AI software. They may rely too much on them. Then they may be disappointed because university will use software to detect those who are using ChatGPT and other. So I believe it's a trap, and it's a dangerous trap. So we should be very careful and certainly not take it lightly.
But this is something that's been said about every major invention. If you look back at newspapers, you look back decades, they said the same exact thing about the internet. They said the same exact thing about any new technology. And yes, I agree, there are pitfalls there, but as long as you keep up with the regulations, and yes, there will be a learning curve and mistakes will be made, I think painting it as such a doom and gloom situation is not doing the positive sides of it much justice. So proceed with caution.